In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to connect to a Power BI dataset at powerbi.com and to then create some local measures, report level measures within that dataset. So here is my AdventureWorks dataset, and so this is already loaded up in the cloud, and because it's in the cloud, it's available to me in Power BI Desktop with the new feature that was delivered last month at Power BI Service. So I'm connecting to the Power BI Service. There's my AdventureWorks data model. I call this the golden data set because it can be published up into the cloud, and then people can connect to it directly and build out new reports from there. So here we are in Power BI Desktop. Here is my data set connected to the cloud, and let me quickly throw together some visual. I'm going to put customer occupation, and let me grab total sales. Search is very good. Total sales, stick that in the visual, and maybe I'll switch that out for a tree map, which I like quite a bit. Now here's the scenario that I'm going to create. I have a measure here for total sales. I also have another measure here for total invoices, which is the count of invoices. In fact, I can put that on tooltips, and I can see that there's 9.9 million sales to professionals, over 8,600 invoices. But the question is, what's the average invoice value for each of these groups? Now, unfortunately, I don't have a measure for that, and that's what this new feature does. So all I need to do is jump into the modeling tab, and here is my new measure. In fact, the way I like to teach is I right click and say new measure. So by right clicking on the table, you make sure the measure gets put into the correct table. And here's my new measure, and I'm going to call it average value of invoice. And this is a simple measure. Just divide the total sales by total invoices. I always say, after you create a measure, click once and come here and set the various settings that you need for the formatting. This will be a currency, and I'll do 2 decimal places, and then click the tick. It's in the right table because I right clicked on sales. And now here is my average value of invoices. I can drag and drop this onto the tooltips. I'll get rid of total invoices. And now when I hover over my visual, there's my new average value of invoice measure that I've created. And this is a report level measure. It's not part of the data model, but I'm now no longer limited to just using the measures that were in the data model.